All right, Mountaineer Nation. First ever player on the JerseyEer show. Offensive lineman, Don Bosco Prep, Rhett Morris. Rhett, say what's up to the people.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Glad to be here.
So, Rhett, you are the first one on the JerseyEer show, and you're also the first commit in the 2026 class for the offensive line. You like to be first a lot, huh?
Yes, love it.
Absolutely. So, man, let's get right into it. Very excited to have you committed to the West Virginia Mountaineers. Anytime I see a Jersey kid commit, I get extra excited, especially from a football program like Don Bosco Prep. So,
Totally.
so let's talk about your background a little bit. I was reading up on you. I'm not sure how many people know this, but you had a dad that played was a 4-year starter at Temple. Talk about how important that was to you as a childhood, and then definitely going through the recruiting process as well.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I grew up around Temple football. We had season tickets at a time, and that really just showed the love of that my dad had for the game. Um, he really made me an O lineman pretty much. He never forced me to do it, but he I definitely have a great guy to look after and watch, and he can teach me a lot. And it's been an awesome time having a supportive dad that knows a lot about football.
So you were saying yesterday we were on the phone and we're talking. So your dad's first game in college was versus who?
West Virginia.
So that's going to be a full circle moment for your
Uh,
family, I'm sure, right? When he's in Morgantown for your first game.
yeah, he told me that they were shaking the buses and throwing stuff at the buses when he first got there. It was definitely a surreal moment for him. That's a
Well,
big reason why West Virginia was high on his board for committing to it too. So
let me tell you something about West Virginia fans. They're the most passionate people that you can come across, right? They love their Mountaineer football, and they're gonna love you on the team. From what I've seen on film and what I've heard, you play extremely hard with a hard edge, as Rich Rodriguez would like to say. So they're absolutely gonna love having you on the team. So enjoy your time down there, man, because it truly is a great fan base, and we are thirsty for some big wins. And I think with the coaching staff that they've brought in, you guys will get there soon. Let's talk about West Virginia. Let's actually pull up your offer list a little bit here because you definitely had some offers. So here's the offer list here, some nice ones here, right? Virginia Tech, Pitt is on there. Wake Forest. What led you to West Virginia?
so West Virginia was actually my first offer, but it was with the old staff. And then I was previously committed to Wake Forest. I'm not sure if you knew that,
I
but
did. I did,
the
yes.
coaching staff changed there, and I decided to open my recruitment again. But I really was looking at Boston College, Virginia Tech, Temple. I went on a few visits there. Pitt. It really came down to Pitt and West Virginia. And once I took my OV at West Virginia, I knew it was home. So I had an official visit booked with Pitt, but didn't end up taking it. I loved everything about West Virginia and the new coaching staff and just that hard edge mentality.
So let's talk about the facilities. Last year I got to tour the facilities with my family. Actually, they offered it to some fans, and I actually think that we have some of the best facilities in the country. What were your thoughts when you got down to Morgantown and what you saw there?
Yeah, I totally agree. It's definitely top notch. I The thing I like about it most is just everything's in one spot. You got the field, you got your treatment, you got your practice facility over there too. Um, Obviously the weight room. That was like a big selling point just because I liked everything in one spot, and that West Virginia definitely had that, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. It's I preach it a lot to people because I'm so passionate about West Virginia football. But living in New Jersey, we're 4.5, 5 hours away, so it's close to home. You get a Division I program, and you get a passionate fan base. And like you said, the facilities are there. And when this team is winning, Morgantown has the hype. It really is a great college town when the team is winning. Let's talk about Rich Rodriguez for a second. New coach, had a lot of success in the past. A lot of fans were excited to have him back. There's been a lot of stories now about recruits and camps, and seeing Rich Rod still coach his team. What did you see when you were down there?
Yeah, I before my official visit, I went on a spring practice visit, so I got to see them in action. Um, like I said, that hard edge, and he's very hard on his players, which I love. Coming from Don Bosco, we we really practice hard. Our coaches coach us hard, so I think I'll fit right in. Um, and yeah, I like his coaching style. I know some people maybe say he's a little like intense at some points, but that's always good, and I want to buy into that.
One of the top things he's saying is, because a lot of the college has changed, right? Kids with NIL and things have changed, and some people believe you have to cater to the players. But Rich Rod has been saying in the offseason, great players want to be coached hard, and it seems like you have that mentality as well. Um, so I always love to ask this question. This probably ages myself a little bit, but do you have any memories of West Virginia as a kid, like watching them on TV or anything like that?
I sort of like I've watched like a lot of Tavon Austin highlights. I know that's a very popular highlight video, but not
Yeah.
not much. But I've like heard about it just from my dad because he played there. I think he played at West Virginia twice. So, I mean, he just said it's crazy. Like the fan base, you're the only show in town. So that's another great thing about it. That's what I loved about it. You're like a pro.
Yeah, it's a lot different. So like, no knock on Rutgers at all, because I respect Rutgers, but it's just different down there. Like in New Jersey, like we have the Giants and Jets, right? And that's like the main show ticket in town, and Rutgers is like very like much. It's like a pro sports town where we live, right? But in West Virginia, man, as soon as you cross that state, you start seeing the flying W everywhere, and everyone is invested. Even the old timers and the old ladies. If I'm on vacation and they see me with a West Virginia hat, man, they are coming up to me and they want to talk Mountaineers, and that doesn't really happen in other places. So you're getting a passionate fan base for sure. Um, you, so you have some legends coaching. I know this might be past your time, but what do you know about like Pat White and Noel Devine? They're going to be the coaches there, and they are not only legends at West Virginia, but legends in the sport in general.
So one of my coaches, Markel Harrison, who's a coach at Don Bosco, actually played with them. He was a backup quarterback, and I mean, he's told me great things about them. I got to spend time with them on my official visit and get to know them a lot more. And I'm just super excited to be a part of that elite coaching staff and the past West Virginia players who have played at West Virginia.
Yeah, it's been cool, especially now with like some of the old timers like Pat McAfee and Pac-Man Jones and all those guys like really coming back to the program since Rich Rod's been there, and the glossy helmets are back, so you're going to look sharp in that too.
Excited
So
about that.
we're excited for that. So let's talk about, are you getting down to any games this year? I know the schedule is going to be busy with your team, but are you planning to visit Morgantown for any games coming up?
Definitely. I'm gonna say I want to make it to the pit game. That's a few of the commits are gonna go to that, so I think we're gonna go to that together.
Yeah, I think if West Virginia does its job and they get the first 2 wins, I think there's a chance that College Game Day could be at that one, which is great.
Definitely.
There was a list that came out yesterday, and they actually left they left the backyard brawl off of the top 25 rivalries, which is just totally ridiculous. It's funny that you came down to Pitt and West Virginia because there are two schools that do not like each other at all. There's been a lot of back and forth, especially this offseason. So that's funny, but I think you made the right choice.
Definitely.
All right, let's talk about since you're from New Jersey, and I love talking about New Jersey football. And when I think of New Jersey football, I think of Don Bosco Prep. I think of Bergen Catholic. So as soon as I saw a commit from New Jersey, and then I saw Don Bosco, I said, okay, this kid can play. This kid's legit.
Uh-huh.
Let's go over the schedule, man, because it is a beast. Let's just break it down. What games are you most looking forward to this upcoming season?
Definitely our first game. We're going to Texas. We're the first team in New Jersey to go to Texas, so I'm really excited for that. And we've been practicing in the heat, so I know it's a different breed down there, but that's going to be a great game. And always Bergen Catholic and St. Joe's are circled on our schedules. Those are our biggest games. I mean, we prepare for those every practice. We're always thinking about them. So I'm excited. We do have a serious schedule though.
It's
Definitely.
it's it's just going to prepare you for the Big 12, right? And playing Power Four football, like you'll definitely be prepared because you're seeing Division One talent each and every time you take the field with that schedule. So the Bergen Catholic Don Bosco rivalry is no joke. So for the people that live in West Virginia aren't familiar with New Jersey football, these two programs constantly are putting Division One athletes on the field, and it's the best brand that New Jersey has to offer with football. So That should be a fun one. I'll tell you what, man. I might have to try to get up to a Don Bosco game this year. You might have me convinced to
Should.
go check it out. It's a quick drive from where I live to you. It's about an hour. So when you pass, actually, when you come down to Morgantown and you're on Route 78, the last exit in New Jersey, that's my town up in Phillipsburg. So
Okay.
that's where we're headed.
That'll be
Hey man,
awesome.
last two questions, and I'll let you go because I know you're busy. Is there any teammates that you have this year that you think are kind of getting overlooked, that you think are going to have big years, that maybe not are getting the offers that they should, that you think people should hear about right now?
Definitely. We have a DB safety on our team, Jack Demena. He's a great player, and I think he can play at the next level, but he's definitely getting underlooked, and be awesome to let him get a shot somewhere.
Absolutely. And the good thing now with the transfer portal now, even if he didn't get the shot, he could always go to a school, prove himself, and level up. A lot of kids are doing that too. Who
Definitely.
knows? Maybe if he puts a good year together, we can get a package deal and get him to the West Virginia
Yeah,
Mountaineers.
I'd love that.
Last question, and then I'll let you go. Recruiting class. So, like I said, you were the first offensive lineman commit. Have you been in contact with a lot of the recruits that are currently a part of the 26 class?
Yeah, I'm very close with most of the kids that were on my OV. Sam Hamilton, he's a tight end. I possibly might room with him, and we have a group chat set up, so we've all been talking. Definitely
Are
a
you
teammate group.
are you going to enroll early? Or are you going to finish out your high school
Yeah,
years?
I'm gonna be doing the mid-year.
That's awesome because I tell you what, man, the offensive line room this year is one of the most fascinating battles that are going to be there. I don't know who you can pencil in as a starter right now. It's that wide open. So there might be a chance for you next year if you have a good good bids coming in. There could be a spot there for you too, especially when you get there with Mike Joseph and the strength training. So
Huh.
I'm looking forward to this, man. Looking forward to watching you play at West Virginia and watching you play this year. Listen, man, you're the first guy to ever come on the show, so we appreciate it. Stay in contact with me. If you ever want to come on the show, you have an open invite.
I will. Thank you so much. I appreciate
All right,
it.
Rhett. Best of luck this season. We'll talk to you soon. All right, buddy?
Thank you.
All right, Mountaineer fans, that was offensive line commit Rhett Morris.